Not right now, because you look at the offense and say, geez, a couple of those got to go for you, and then the game's done early. But that's the process that we're in. The other parts of the game we didn't play very well. And we're still trying to find it around their net, but we have a lot more better looks in our last two games than any of the previous, and better shot count going both ways. So, small steps. I didn't think we were going to go from the Montreal game to a perfect game, and but we made great strides.
Our play goal.
Yeah, watch out. We start talking about it. Pucks to the net. I changed the lines up a little bit again, and different units out there, and had some good chances to score. So it's a start.
Justin talked about how nervous he was the first time up in the first couple games of the season.
Yep.
How much different of a player is he now?
Yeah, he was pretty good in those first. He really wasn't that bad. He wasn't the -6. I think we're playing him with the right guy. Lots of talk on the bench and lots of talk on the ice, but there's no doubt that he's now more comfortable on the pro hockey under his belt. And he positionally is outstanding in his one-on-one abilities. And once he figures out, some of the other players, what the guys are like, what their tendencies are, he looks really good.
How much of morale lift do you see in the room when you walk into this one?
Well, big after this one because it was there, but hard to keep after our last game. We knew we played a good, solid game, and we wanted to, but you have to have something good come from that. But tonight, just the feeling on the bench, even throughout the game, an understanding of the way we're playing, and everybody playing the same game. Nobody above a good, solid defensive grinding game.
Timeout with 30-some seconds to go. Is it all strategy there?
Yeah, no, there's two things I think that they look for, where they put Kessel and where they put Phaneuf off that draw, and we just wanted to make sure that we were all going to the right spots.
Paul, you talk about that slow build back from the Montreal game. Did you get the sense, minus goals obviously for Toronto, there was sort of a build to this game? I mean, more chances in the second, third period. It just seemed like there was almost a confidence build as the game went on too.
Of a repetition of good things being done on the ice, and if you're sitting at 2-1 and both teams have had 10 great chances to score, you're not feeling very good. But we were really good up until that point, and the guys had recognized that, so they just continued to try to do it.
4-on-3 seemed really energized.
Yeah,
it
was unfortunate because even before that, we don't need to go 4-on-4 on that. Just need to let it go, and we certainly don't want to go 4-on-3. Kessel's a special player and makes good on his 2 good chances to score, so that brought some tension in. But now that we've got the win, no, don't mind having that tension in the game either. It's good to learn how to fight those things through.
Going back to back now, it's Philly. Ride that momentum.
Had so much success there, should just keep her going. Well, we're not talking about any other team right now, but just where we're at and what we're doing, and we've had a win, but good results through 6 periods of hockey, and we have to now. It's another to do that in Philadelphia is a great challenge.
Are you happy enough with your lines tonight? You're going to keep them tomorrow night?
No, we got to change those up tomorrow. Okay. Interestingly enough, we'll consider changing them in terms of if there's a different animal on the road where you don't get the matchup that you want, and having 3 offensive players together like Stahl, it makes it a little easier for the other coach to find those guys and shut them down. But they've got 4 top-end defensemen that they can run against any team's best. So we may start one way, and believe it or not, we might finish a different way.
I thought LaRose was on fire.
Yeah, Chad.
What did he have for breakfast?
I think what happened in the last week, we'd run him so hard that maybe he'd come off his jump. But fortunately for us, Chad got a defender better yesterday and couldn't skate. We didn't have a morning skate, so he had an opportunity to rest a little bit, and I think maybe that's where it came from. So watch out if you're driving around town.
Cam's game coming back.
Yeah, and I don't think it was overly easy for him, given 4 shots in the first, and then the big glove save that he made because he'd sat for a long time. We'd really, really like our goaltender to get used to that kind of game, because he sure doesn't see too many of those this year, last year, the year before, any time since he joined the NHL, for that matter.
Paul, I have to ask, on the personal side, a win is at least a little relief as the coach, I would think.
Well, I get to get on the plane. That's too short strokes. You're just trying to get on the plane. You don't assume anything. Just they tell you you're not. Don't answer your phone and just follow your routine. That's the key at this point. Serpentine.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.